Hi. It is 8:27 a.m. on Monday, January 3rd, 2022. It's 5 degrees outside. 5. Not even double digits. It's a private video, private live stream, but there's someone in the live stream, and when I check who it is, it says nobody. Fascinating. Okay. So there's your early morning sunlight right here. For the first time in a while, I have no idea what I dreamt about. And I woke up in a really weird state. Well, I mean, I'm in Wisconsin, but I woke up in a very weird state of mind. It was kind of like it felt like I was a snake shedding skin, and I was noticing the last remnants of the skin I was supposed to shed. Like it was still stuck on my pinky toe or something. That feeling. Like it's just one last little scab, one last little thing to heal up and take care of. And then it's done. I got up, I made coffee, I sat down, stared at the sunrise, and the entire time I was just feeling a sense of not irritation or frustration, but awareness of the healing process and the patience required, and the awareness of the process and everything. So I've kind of just been sitting here, like, contemplating. And in the back of my mind, I heard Aquarius. Aquarius. And I was like, oh no. I saw a specific few cards in the other deck in my mind's eye, but I didn't, like, not this deck, the Pagan Tarot one, where the Devil card shows the woman sitting there with candles, but she's talking to spirits of her ancestors. And I could hear almost somebody from my family, like a elder woman energy. And it was almost like she was saying, Aquarius, is it worth it? And I thought to myself, what's worth it? And I saw a pearl, and I remembered a video I saw the other day, yesterday I think it was. And my mom, how she loves pearls, and I was trying to explain to her too, like, last Christmas, I got her a packet of home, like, farm pearls, where you open them and you get your own pearl out of them. And she's like, how do they even do this? And I told her the story, and yesterday in a video, someone else saw this, like, mentioned the story about a pearl in a video. And I was like, the irritation, it gets into the shell and makes the pearl. And I've been really aware of all the irritants. And a part of me was like really denying that on any of them were there or doing any of it, that people had more decency. But no, they really don't. And they really do terrible things. And the mindset required to deal with that in a reality with infinite possibilities it's kind of like to pull yourselves up by the bootstraps and be like, well, okay. I mean, Jesus isn't here yet to, ride in on a chariot, or Freya didn't show up with a bunch of cats on a chariot or whatever to get me out of this. So obviously I can do this myself. And obviously all this stuff is going on. And obviously I'm not who I used to be. And obviously I am who I say I am. So I may as well be myself then, right? Because obviously I'm someone so interesting to more than just the physical realm that people would risk terrible karmic things, right down to believing that karma doesn't exist, to deny what they're doing or the realization of what they're doing because they're hungry. It's like hateful energy. And I feel like my ancestors have been telling me this stuff's been going on for a long time, not just one lifetime. And it's pathetic. It's utterly pathetic. The sign of pure, unintelligent beings is a sign of people like crabs in a barrel pulling at each other instead of working like ants. Sorry, I have to respond to something. Sorry about the scratching if you hear that in the background. Lily is attempting to dig to the other side of the world through her litter box and the side of the toilet bowl. Apparently she thinks she can figure something out like that or go there somewhere. Anyway, the thing I was saying with all of this, because apparently some of you get confused at my train of thought, which I'm so sorry. You can't follow my train of thought. Oh, that's sad. For you. Pat pat. Do you want me to pull out the paper and pen and doodle it for you again? Like, you're a grown version of God. If you can't keep up with the way I think, it's not my fault or my downfall. All this stuff that's been going on, it's showing me a side of people that I didn't know was there. And the version of me that they saw, they couldn't even see because they were assuming I was capable of the same low-life behavior they were. So I need you, those of you with pure hearts, those of you with goodness in your being, could you maybe, just maybe, just a little itty bitty bit, stop letting people walk all over you? Stop throwing money at these fake bitches and their fake help, self-help channels. If I actually showed you direct messages from these channels that have done the traitoring and thieving and stealing, you guys would be embarrassed at yourselves for how much money you've thrown at these fake-titted, fake people. Whether they're men or women, I don't care. Because there's a lot of you housewives that see a handsome man flipping tarot cards and you just throw panties at them. Then there's the other old men who like sit there watching young girls flipping tarot cards and like throwing $100, super chats at them. Fucking pervy. I don't want that money. Get it away from me. Ew. Like, people of the internet, would you please become slightly more conscious of the information you're digesting and make more discerning choices? Because if I can get in front of you and tell you the truth and wisdom and the truths about situations, not just one truth, but the underlying color of truth painted across the entire tapestry, And then you go and hear it somewhere else or whatever, and you're not even saying anything about it. You're like blatantly seeing my information shared somewhere and you're not saying anything. Or you're going around seeing all these people pretend to be like me and you're like, you don't say anything. That's shady as fuck. And then all these people making hundreds and thousands of dollars based on information they copied here. Can you really fucking tell me that you believe half these people on the internet are as wise as they seem to be? Do you know what wisdom is a result of? Pain. Do any of them look like they cried for more than a week of their entire life? To have gained any sort of wisdom or been near the veil of grief and the underworld? Do any of them look like they know what the fuck they're doing or talking about in regards to any kind of spiritual, genuine knowledge? Or do they just regurgitate the same bullshit all over the world? 1111, twin flame this, bullshit that, toxic this, release that. Like, fuck off. It's all a part of you. Find the beauty in it. There is a fakeness and a realness. And those of you on this channel with pure hearts can see the realness, can't you? You can sense the genuineness. But then there's other places you go to that are like really, really, really fake. The reason I'm saying this, the reason that this is coming through isn't just because of what I've been through. Just think of the energetic mess being created in the ethers by all these clones and copycats of each other and of me across all social media, not just tarot card channels. There are literal movies based on the traumas that I've experienced in my life, and no matter what I do, I'm unable to prove that to you. But there are actual fucking movies based on what I've been through personally, and they know it. They make money off of it. So I'm not just talking about people on YouTube. People have written books. They have stolen my ideas and written books with them. The point isn't that they did it or not. The complete reverse thing that people are missing is, can you people spot the energy? How many times does something have to be cloned and cloned and cloned and cloned until you realize it's not the original? That's not the real message that they're giving you over there in those other places, is it? Because when you come here, there's always, always so many synchronicities that you yourselves notice. You know I'm the real fucking deal here. So when you're going other places and these teeny weeny microwave, Betty Boop bitches that pop up out of nowhere, they just look like synthetic drones that are just completely made perfect in some way or another, covered in plastered makeup and fake tans up the ass, hair that's like more extensions than actual hair follicles. And it's just absurd. And then there's the other ones that are constantly wearing goggles or masks on their face. And then there's like people that are hiding under hats and scarves and sunglasses all the time. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Who are you underneath all that? I wake up and I show up in front of the fucking camera on the world on your television sets in my fucking PJs drinking coffee, telling you about my day. Do you think I'm doing any of this to gain anything other than to help you, like, figure shit out for yourselves? And this is something you gotta figure out. The energetic imprint people leave. Be aware that when you're watching someone else that's giving you the same vibes as someone else, notice that there has been an energy transfer there. Was it consensual or not? Because I can fucking tell you what they did to me wasn't consensual. So This cannot be stopped. We can't make people behave better. What can be bettered is that each individual living being masters discernment just a little more deeply, so that when you're out there in the world and you're seeing things from different points of view, you allow yourself to acknowledge that sometimes when you're looking at certain people in certain places, whether what they are bringing you has been stolen. And it's stolen from the most obscure, quiet, off in the corner, hermit, wise, shy people in the world. The ones who have suffered so much and gained so much wisdom that it just pours out of them because it just does. It's like light. And then vultures and thieves show up and scoop that light up and make profits for themselves and of themselves with false light. It doesn't belong to them. It is false in their hands. It distorts sacred messages. They twist things that are meant to be heard originally so that the vibration is brought to you from the original source channels. Do you think I need any of these cards to read for you? I can read a leaf for you. I can read a pile of soil from the earth for you. All I need to do is look at what's happening right now, and I can see all of eternity for you. You can too. And part of you knows that these people you've been observing on the internet are shades, illusions, and mirages. They're illusion workers, glamourers. They distort the light. And I am not intending negativity towards them. I am intending truth and discernment and common sense within every living being, including them. They have a message themselves of the story of their own life that they are not sharing because they don't have self-worth. These other channels with hundreds of thousands and millions of views, these celebrities that are regurgitating other celebrities' information, and people like me, that there's people watching this channel and then they go off and pretend to be scientists and they share this fucking occult wisdom. And they're like, yeah, this is happening in time, space. Nah, bitch, you're just scanning my dreams and you're figuring shit out. You already have the technology and I know it. It's obvious there's things being monitored. A fucking computer monitor is called a monitor. It's monitoring you just as much as you're monitoring whatever you're watching. Like, it's common sense. It's discernment. We are all connected. Recognize those threads that connect us. That way you can see which energy is coming from where, and we can navigate properly on which path we're going. But if there's a million people repeating what I'm saying, then a million other voices are lost. How dare you put that on me? If I say something that impacts you, then don't go out into the world and silence your voice by repeating my voice as yours. Speak your voice and say, hey, the Star Kindler was saying something. Go talk to Celeste. I don't fucking care what name you use. Call me Roma. Call me Will. Call me Betty White. I don't fucking care. But refer the energy back to where it goes and speak your own truth. Stop speaking my truth. You didn't live my fucking life or lives. You didn't have all the stuff that went on with me to happen to you. I mean, thank God. And you want to act like you know about fucking archons and aeons, or that you know about the mysteries of Sophia, or that you freaking channel anything with Gaia. Bitch, do you think I wouldn't know if you were? Don't pretend to be me or to be channeling me. It's fucking embarrassing to those people that are watching you. They believe that these people are channeling certain energies, and they're not. They don't have access to them. I do. Because I don't use it for fucking ill intent. Why would God give that much of a power of an oracle to somebody who's going to use their mouth to lie? Think about it. And here I am constantly telling you guys the truth, pointing at the ugliness, pointing at the toxic traits, showing you all of my wounds, to show you I'm not hiding shit from you. I'm just not sitting in front of the camera trying to get your attention with my face and my tits, or lack of my tits, or my whatever. I'm speaking to you. I'm letting source flow through me. I'm not hiding anything. I'm in my fucking PJs in front of you. I give you timestamps. I've moved you through my house. I've shown you every fucking moment. I've cried with you. I've shared my literal dreams and nightmares with you. I talk to you like you're my friend next to me. Every time. In every video, I've spoken to you all like you're my friends. And the only times I've ever spoken out have been when I have been so fucking disappointed at how some of you have treated me. So don't you dare come at me and say I've done anything wrong to any of you. What I did wrong was believe in better of you. Most of you. Some of you. Actually, it's a very few of you that are doing the stupid shit. But those few of you, your voices would be so much more beautiful if you spoke your own messages instead of mine, and actually acted like an adult and said, hey, I heard this on the Star Kindler and it inspired me to do this. So here's this thing I created based on that. And you guys should go check that person out. And here's this product. And together we co-created this new third thing. Instead of like watching the channel in secret, not even clicking like or subscribe as if I can't see where you're watching from, both in technology and in remote viewing. And then you go and do it on your channel, and then I meditate, I follow the thread, and YouTube brings your channel up to me, and I watch myself being emulated through you, and I just can't help but fucking be sad. Where are you? You have so many flavors. Where are they? Why are they all artificial? You're such a divine fucking Venus. Well, what's so fucking divine about copying me for 3 years or more? You want to be all creepy, stalky ex-best friend and like fuck all the people that I knew? Okay, well, we could have been friends. I mean, I guess you made your choice. You want to be my exes that like talk shit about me or like fuck around with my ex-best friends who I thought were best friends? I mean, go ahead. You're not showing me anything I didn't already know. You're just validating the things I didn't want to see. And you're saying, hey, look, you were right about us. We're this shady. Okay. I mean, I wish it was different. But there's only so much I can gaslight myself and say it's me projecting onto the world. I mean, there are some of you that eat babies. Some of you that abort babies for no fucking reason other than you don't want to take care of something. There are others of you who fucking like have no respect for nature, and you rip trees apart just because they block, your driveway. And you think nature won't fucking have its revenge on you. You took out one of their own for your own gain. What do you think is going to happen to those people who betrayed me when I believed in the best in them? What do you think is going to happen for every fucking tear I cried onto this earth because of how much I expected better out of people? And I had to learn through pain that people are shady fucking cunts. How dare you guys degrade yourselves on any fucking level to become someone else's disappointment of an experience of human interaction? How dare you bring your entire fucking species down based on petty, lowly, low human world bullshit, and then claim that you speak for God, or that you commune with spirits, or that you channel Archangel so and so, or that you're working with the goddesses or Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene would slap the shit out of some of you. She wouldn't even acknowledge you enough to fucking look at you because you're a disgrace to what people call oracles by what some of you do. The others, the fucking people that write these books to help others, and they have no idea of how they're writing these books to help other people. They're just repeating wisdom, and they don't know the words as weapons they're putting in children's minds. They have no idea the lessons they're teaching the children by the morals they're trying to pass on, because they didn't gain those morals through pain. They don't know what it takes to get through that. They only know the end result. They see the pearl. They didn't realize what it took to make the pearl. They don't know what to do when situations get bad in between trying to get to an end result. Oh, turn the other cheek. Well, no, that doesn't work all the time, does it? But 2,000 years of repeating turn the other cheek, and how many people have turned the other cheek and fucking dropped dead? How many times have people turned the other cheek when horrible things were happening? Some things must be heard from the source. And those of you with light, those of you that are so loving and pure, and you see the value in this channel and in other people who are authentically sharing their light, it is your duty to do what you can to bring light to the darkness being emitted by the false light prophets. You cannot be bystanders within a spiritual war while you gain from the results of that spiritual war. You cannot be accomplice to neutrality while you gain from suffering and conflict and chaos. Pick a side. Are you with the truth and the light, or are you with the synthetic thought bots? It's really time to pick a vibrational path. And if you really intend on claiming to be of the light within you, then it's your duty to illuminate the dark around you, isn't it? Sometimes true light work means blasting the fuck out of the dark to let it know its place. You want to talk about a labyrinth? I designed it. How do you like my maze? Your souls know the way. And the only way out is through. All the stuff that I'm experiencing, all the stuff that you guys are experiencing. Maybe we're supposed to be helping each other get through this fucking maze instead of knocking each other down like crabs in a shell trying to stay in the shell because we're too afraid to go outside. So explain to me, how much more do I need to keep leading the way with other people like me who are being used and abused and left for nothing with breadcrumbs, while the rest of you have parties and buy houses, while the rest of us carry the grocery bags out through the snow on foot? No, go ahead. I'm gonna wait. Tell me, how do you justify your life? How do you justify your comfy, cozy houses, cars, when you know that you somehow you contributed in gaining that through false prophets. What happens when that energy goes back to where it belongs? What will you truly be left with when it's just your own creations that you co-created with God and not what you copy-pasted from God's oracles? We're meant to guide you through it. That's why we've been through hell and back repeatedly. So that you guys wouldn't have to go through it. You guys would just follow the leader and say, hey, that person knows the way, let's go this way. And then you guys figure out the way, and then you start leading the way. But if you guys are busy trying to figure out what I'm doing with my hair color or what I look like or what I'm saying and how you're going to make money by stealing from me, then you miss the point of the labyrinth. Because you didn't go inside to see that we're all in this together. And if you're going to act like you're not in this together with the rest of us, then we can't treat you like you're part of the team, can we? Because you excluded yourselves by treating others of your own species as less than yourselves or as enemies, right? So why do I have to come here and be put into this spiritual position to bring this intertwined duality message to those of you supposedly sharing God's word and God's science and all the mysteries of time travel and all these other things all across the world, which you guys have copy-pasted from actual messengers of God, from actual prophets, from actual geniuses that have been removed from the timelines and the time streams because time has been messed with. And the knowledge of time being messed with has been messed with. And then you guys are like, oh, it's a Mandela effect. No, it's not. But you guys wouldn't know that because there's so many different fucking copycatted videos out in the world now that when you try to search for something, you can't even see what you're searching for because there's 1,000 YouTube bitches sitting there with their little thumbnails trying to make money off of what you're trying to figure out. And then there's like one video in the background somewhere with like 300 subscribers and it's like 10 views. And it has all the things you need to know. But you won't ever fucking find that video because in the path of that video, there is a bunch of crumbs everywhere from like a bunch of fast food that's just rotting. Like, do you guys see it? Do I need to be more direct? Because the energy I'm feeling is like a Queen of Swords looking at a bunch of kindergartners and she's just fucking had it. She's like, where's the substitute teacher? I'm out of here. We have to recognize who we are within ourselves if we're going to be able to be a species together. If I'm going to keep having to be here to tell you what not to do, we're not going to get anywhere. But if I can actually get onto YouTube and talk to you like a person, an intelligent living being with common sense, then maybe we can actually start getting somewhere. Common sense, discernment, basic logic, basic sense of good and bad, right and wrong, authentic self or fake self. Are you emulating something or is it really yours? If you're really that powerful of a fucking oracle, why can't you tell the energy is not yours that you're living in? And if you can, then why haven't you fucking sent it back? Oh, right, because some of you steal it. You pretend it's you, you dye your hair, you change your clothes, you wear different makeup, suddenly you have the same tarot decks I do. Suddenly there's a movie out based on what I had a dream about a week ago and they fast forwarded it on Netflix. Suddenly I talk about Amazons and the tapestry for 3-4 fucking years, and what happens? Oh look, we have the Wheel of Time, led by a character who's a very stern Queen of Swords person connected to the one power fully, which can manipulate all the elements. Hi there. I wonder where they got that story from. But if I tell you and I bring it up, then oh, it's me that's copying them, right? But if you go and look at the fucking timestamps, if you actually knew who I was by recognizing my energy, by seeing my soul, then maybe you'd see right through the entire fucking world and the amount of bullshit in it that's been regurgitated. Because you'd sense the authentic fucking person sitting in front of you with their hands on a card right now, saying half your society is based on my life. When are you going to realize this? Oh, right, because you have to recognize the energy, the pattern of authenticity. You know dang well when you're out in the world and you hear something from a song on the radio that says my name, and you're like, no, that couldn't be. Actually, yeah, it was. I knew her. She played the guitar for me on her patio. And you know damn well which song it is I'm talking about. See, I am an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. Why aren't you guys giving birth to what exists within you? Why is what exists within me so important that you guys would downplay what's existing in you guys to copy me? From your what I hate about your zodiac sign copycat videos to all the other shit, to your podcasts, and then you complain about my podcast and say it's just me monologuing, but you guys have literal fucking 6-hour monologue sessions where you're feeding off of the people's energy in the live chats, and then literally feeding off of it when they turn that energy into literal money that they send to you, and then you use that money to eat. You're literally feeding off that energy. Then that energy becomes fat on your body, and people see most of these people gaining weight. And they're like, oh, I'm just gaining a little weight. Oh, I'm getting married. Oh, I'm getting this. Like, no, bitch. You're trying to make people believe you're getting married. Because any man with an open fucking heart can see how much fakeness there is on that bitch. All across the universe. And if you think the shoe fits, then the shoe fits, Cinderella. Wear that shoe, baby. If you think I'm talking about you, then I guess there's a part of you that resonates with this, isn't there? Wear the shoe, Cinderella. Like, what do you want me to do? Comfort all of you and say, no, this isn't about this person. This isn't about that person. It's about all of us, myself included. Can we please be more authentic? Can you be you so I can be me? Because if I'm me and you're constantly trying to be me, I'm going to keep having to recreate myself. And I can do that. I'm the fucking phoenix. You can't. I can. What you can do is something completely different, and nobody fucking knows what it is you guys can do because none of you are fucking doing it to your own authentic expression. Who the fuck was doing these card readings on YouTube the way I've been doing them since I first started? Who the fuck was walking you around parks and beaches and showing you cat videos fucking 6 years ago, if not more? And then those channels got messed up, and then the other YouTube channels got messed up, and then my other one got messed up. Over and over and over, all my fucking proof being deleted by, oops, I wonder who they are. And then here we are on this other YouTube channel with another fucking email address, 2022. And I'm telling you again, have you guys still not figured out how to follow a trail of energy? After all the things I've trained you with, after all the videos I've shared with you, after all the things, are you telling me that the vibration of the earth and the people in it is still that of thievery and inauthenticity? And then thousands of years before me, hundreds of years before me, days, hours, minutes, seconds after me, sideways, left, right, in all the dimensions, all the wisdom being shared from all the different sources, all the flow of all creation. And you're telling me that some of you still can justify being assholes? And those of you that aren't assholes, you guys can still justify keeping silent? Really? I mean, don't you guys see what Source is doing by utilizing me as this example here, this messenger? Don't you see even the metaphor, if you, the mirroring, the different aspects you can look at, positive and negative, and all the spectrums of positive and negative. Don't you fucking see what you guys are doing yourselves in your own lives to yourselves, reflected in your own day-to-day life? What if everything I'm telling you is just a hallucination? What if everything I'm telling you is literally fucking fact? What does that mean to you? If this vibration is being presented to you, if this experience is being presented to you in your life, this intersection in the maze, the labyrinth, and the only way through is for you to be authentically you and to express your creative energy. Can you truly say that you've built your empire, your company, your home, your family, your mind, your body, your clothing, your decorations, the food in your fridge, the books on your bookshelf, with your own likes and dislikes? Do you see how the one thread of me experiencing people stealing from me, I can follow it across the entire tapestry and show you how it's affecting every other part of life based on one thread? That means I've experienced every single aspect that that thread could teach me. And now I'm learning where the color of that thread comes from, how the thread was even woven, how the thread is meant to be woven in all the different infinite ways. Infinitely learning, infinitely teaching, infinitely sharing with no veil. Authenticity. Now, when you go about your day, notice how many copycats of Celeste the Star Kindler there are. Notice how many people try to be the version of me I was before I started, well, fixing the mess testosterone made in my body. If you guys only knew the treachery involved, you would never allow yourself to be unauthentic again, because you would never want to feed that creation that causes any kind of spiritual rape. You guys talk about Eve being raped. You guys talk about Gaia and Tiamat and all that being destroyed and, taken advantage of. Well, don't you guys see that on a spiritual level, the human race is doing it to itself? People have taken what isn't theirs and made lives out of it. Can you really live in a world like that? Even to know that one thing is a fucking fake replica of another, that it's not real, that maybe the pleasant fuzzy feeling inside you that you get when you're with someone you think is being genuine, maybe that's the feeling telling you they're lying to you, and you've been tricked into thinking that that pleasant feeling means that they're safe to be around. It's like a soothing nervous system toxin, isn't it? Being around somebody who's constantly smiling and happy and jumpy and bright and bubbly, and they're just, oh my god, so amazing, and everything's just constantly fine and love and light and woo, like, fuck off. There's no realness to that. That's a fucking act. There's no passion in those eyes. Those are dead eyes. Are there even veins in those eyes? Is there any nerves, or is there a pore, or is it a plastic skin-like substance? Is it a real person, or is it a synthetic droid? Is it a clone, or is it an original? Is it an alien? Is it a hologram? Is it a reflection? Is the video you're watching even a video, or is it CGI that you don't know can be that HD? Is the thing you're listening to even the sound connected to the video you're watching, or does somebody overlay the sound to another video? Learn to recognize the flow of authentic energy, no matter how it's brought to you in the maze of your own mind. Make that an experiment for yourself today. How many places can you go today and recognize where, let's say, my specific energy is? This channel specific energy. Can you go across the internet today or in your real life day to day and see where things really subtly remind you of this specific channel? From a flower to a butterfly to a store shop to a cup of coffee or a flavor of coffee to something in a video you see to a sound you hear, recognize it. Find the pattern of all that flows. Find the resonance. There's a reason for it. There's a reason I'm asking you to do this. The moment you tune in and you attempt to recognize the vibration of certain people and places and messages, you will start to see through the bullshit facade of your world. What I'm teaching you here, what I'm assisting you in remembering, will be priceless for you. It is the reawakening of your common sense on a deeper level than what you think you have. Okay? It requires you to be authentically fucking honest. No bullshit sugarcoating. The fucking facts are factual things that happen in your perception. In her perception, it's different. In their perception, it's different. But when you put all three together, there's a thread that connects all three. That is the infinite fucking source truth that spirals and fractals among all the patterns of creation. Betrayal has a certain sting. The color red has a certain feeling. Energy has a certain vibration on a massive spectrum. I have faith in you guys, all of you, on all the spectrum. This entire series of everything that's going on in the world and all the timelines and everything and all reality in our heads and the massive infinity of our minds. This mind virus needs to be removed. And it includes believing false light. I have broken this light down to you and for you, right down to a physical human experience. Can you spot the energy now? Can you learn to spot a liar? Because every fucking thing I have told you in this video is 100% unlie. I can't even call it a truth. I can't call it not a lie. It is actual authentic expression of energy. There is nothing hidden. And your focus is not on my face, it is on the message. Because it's not about me. It's not about money. It's not about fame. It's about you recognizing when someone is lying to you and when someone is genuinely telling you the truth and when and where that energy is being replicated. Can you tell reality? Can you tell the original from the copy? I'm the original. Can you find the copies? Can you see them now? What are you going to do about it? Help them be their authentic self because they carry a creation within them that they must bring to fruition. They have to stop copying me and my messages and speak their own truth. So if you see people copying anybody, remind them gently that their own creation, their own authentic energy is worth more than another person's. Call it out. Break the fucking silence on horrible behavior being overlooked and kept hush hush. No, call it out. There is terrible stuff happening, and we should have had enough by now. Cosmically. Okay? I'm going to pull one more card, and then I'm going to close this out. The Princess of Mercy and the Enlightened Feminine underneath. My gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition to guide me. Damn right I do. Yao Shan, Princess of Mercy. Giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. Will you please share your own wisdom instead of taking fruit from my garden and claiming it as yours? Grow your own fruit. Be merciful to the world and give them what is yours to give. Not mine. Don't give them what's mine. Guide them to me. Guide them to other sources. But do not claim that what you take from someone else is yours. Giving is receiving. If wisdom is being given to you and you learn something, then speak the chain of events as if you're knitting a scarf or a braid. This info came from here, that info came from there, this info came from here, here's the result of this, and it brought to this enlightenment, and then we went and did this. Miraculous healing. Because we were each different and shared God's message in a different way. Please be yourselves. Get off my fucking pathway so that I can clear and give guidance properly to the people that need to hear it, instead of having them hear it from your fucking distorted point of views. Do you notice the subtlety? It's like the Six of Pentacles, isn't it? Those pentacles came from somewhere, but there's the middleman in between, isn't there? You cannot be the middleman. We have to take the middleman out of the situation. Just like I've always said in this fucking channel, every time I've seen anything cool, I either put it in a playlist for you so you can go and see the entire video yourself. And I don't even bring it up. It's just right there in a playlist that I've made for you guys. You know, musical messages from spirit, videos of people you should know. And then all the messages I bring to you directly from fucking source, not from anything else, noticing the synchronicities, having the confirmations, and I bring them to you. Do you really think that the things I bring to you, and then you see them copied somewhere else, do you really think that the universe is so repetitive that it's going to repeat the same behavior over and over and over and over and over to other people, but to a lesser and lesser degree? The universe expands, my loves. Which means if I'm having an experience and someone else is saying they're having a similar experience to me, rest assured their experience is supposed to be slightly different. But it's similar to my experience, for example, because they have had a bit of my energy, dampening their own energy. Whereas if they had their full authentic self-expression within the labyrinth of their own mind, they would have experienced that same lightning bolt that struck them from source in a far different way than they did. But they wouldn't even know that. They can't know that. Because they're unable to know that, because they can't see their authentic self to know what their timeline holds for them. And they think that they can't see their own future. I was there, and when I figured that out, I was like, oh, no wonder. I can't see ahead of my own path because I'm not looking at my own path, am I? I'm looking at the infinite possibilities of all the different energies I'm intertwined with. Oops. Be aware of what you guys are feeding your energy to. Be aware of what energy you're being fed. And when you notice that something isn't fucking kosher, remove yourself from it if you can't call those people out in a very gentle, graceful manner. Because they are supposed to give something that they have. It's their energetic imprint. Okay? It's like me coming to you and sitting in front of the camera with a ton of makeup, huge tits, and like all sorts of absurd clothing or whatever, and like talking to you as if I'm recording in a live studio. And then to keep checking and flipping my hair and to like play with it and look at myself in the reflection and be like, haha, and then check my teeth in the reflection without thinking you don't even notice it. Like pretending you're too dumb to notice how, what's the word? Ego would know. It's not arrogant. It's like striking up, like voguing to the camera all the time. Like looking at the card and then voguing to the camera. Looking at the card and then voguing to the camera. Like, who the fuck do you bitches think you are? You fucking puppies. Oh my god. It's like I'm embarrassed for you guys later on when you're gonna fucking realize how embarrassing these parts of your lives were when you sat there copying me. Or copying some other fucking person that went through a bunch of horrible things. And you guys were like, oh, look, there's something we can take advantage of. Like, gross, you fucking scavengers. Like, get out of that vibration, you guys. You have a message to share. Fucking share it. Haven't you noticed I repeat a lot of things here through this channel? Do you really think I repeat it because I'm repeating myself? Or do you think I'm repeating it because I'm trying to get you to look at the fucking thing you're putting a shield in front of you from, so that you can see that even if you think you're high and mighty and you're above all this, there is some part of you that knows exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm talking to that part. I need you to stop hiding. Because if you really want to play this game of glitz and glamour and flashing tits and like having perfect teeth and being really fun and bubbly and a social butterfly, bitch, I will show you how a lion roars. Don't tempt me. There has been nothing in this world I desire of fame or fortune. So if I actually try to be famous and financially fortunate, do you really think I'm not going to be blessed up the fucking ass because I don't even want it for myself? I would just give all of it away to other people. Money comes in, money goes out. It's an ever fucking current that flows. Why do I care if I have billions when I've planted a billion seeds with each dollar, with each penny, with each word? What do I care about your paper money? We invented it thousands of years ago when we came here. You think I care? It was funny when it was seashells. What do I care now that you got dead people's faces on it? I'm here to remind you of who you are, not to get a paycheck. But if you're going to keep pretending that you can use my stuff and make a paycheck for it for yourself, please allow me to show you exactly what my energy is capable of in my own hands, so that everyone can see exactly where the copies are. This is the final fucking time I'm going to bring this up. And because it's only so many times I can ask a child to stop sticking its finger in the electric socket thinking that they can light up with that electric current. Because you guys are going to hurt yourselves the more you steal from my energy. Because eventually the tower you've built for yourselves will fall. And where are you going to be then? You're going to be in a position coming to me for help. And I'm not going to help you. I don't owe you that. So get your heads out of your asses. Cut the crap. Shit or get off the pot. Pick a fucking side. And above all, express your own energies instead of other people's energies. It's embarrassing to see you guys pretend to be something you're not. It's fucking embarrassing watching you guys literally make fools of yourselves on television, to the world stage, as scientists, as celebrities, as friends, family, lovers, stalkers, enemies, coworkers, cashiers, landlords, what the fuck ever. It's embarrassing me. Could one of you maybe have an authentic stick up your ass instead of the fake ones? One. Just one person who's a genuine, real, authentic person other than myself, who would literally call other people out on their BS because we want to live in an authentic world. Authentic. The saint of authenticity. Perpetua. Repeating the authentic message. Perpetuating the authentic message. Can you guys be authentic yet? I don't care if you're Grandma Betty Boop or Betty White herself. Can you be you? So that I can get to know you in this world as you, as this little hummingbird phoenix heart that each and every one of you has. Or are you going to cover it in a script from someone else and then write yourself a script and make videos based on someone else's wisdom? Or pretend that you're a world-renowned scientist, that you know what the fuck you're talking about, but you're actually sitting here listening to this video right now, taking notes. But you would never dare mention my name on your fucking platform, because who the fuck is going to know who the Star Kindler is when you talk about it, right? But who would you be if you weren't talking about me? Or as me? Or dressing up as me? Or pretending to be who I was? Who would you be? And to those of you that are genuinely, have no idea what the fuck's going on, you're just watching this video because you find this cute and amusing, there's a part of you guys too that does this exact same thing. Because that's the part of you that's sitting through this entire video. This thread of narcissistic spiritual gaslighting is in everyone. I can simply smell it and see it, and I'm pointing it out to you. I find it astonishing. I really do. The wasted potential of mankind due to the mirrored effect and the complete obliviousness to the mirrors. How fucking embarrassing for the entire species. To be talking to echoes and ghosts of each other, to be dating echoes and ghosts of each other, and then wondering why they can't make relationships work, why they can't have happiness, why they're in places in the world where they shouldn't be living or even working, why they're not making, advancements in their careers or in their fucking love lives or personal lives or whatever. It's because you guys are living with other people's fucking energy, brah. It's not your energy. It's not your script. It's not your blueprint. It's not your Akashic record. So what the fuck are you doing with my energy? Where's your energy going to go? Whatever happened to the story of you? How did you make it a story of us? How did I get involved in your life? I'm here sharing wisdom with you based on the traumas I've experienced and the messages God is sending through me to you. And when I say God, I mean God and Big Mama God, and then the thing you can't even fathom. So just source, the pure source itself. The one power, the all. The one you think has 10,000 names or more. Yeah, that one. The core one. Why aren't you doing this? Why are you copying the information and mimicking other people's lives and then building lives on it? And your life never gets to be lived. Because you guys were busy consuming and pretending to be something you're not. In a world of illusions, you created more illusions. Instead of going into the world of Maya and bringing about heaven on earth, to create in a perfect place of illusion the perfect utopian illusion. And instead, you chose war within thyself and within others. And then I have to come here and be like going through all this BS in my life to come here and say, hey, I can see something you guys aren't really willing to look at. And I can't help but look at it and notice it because it's the literal thing every single person keeps tripping over. Why is this happening in my life? Why is God being so cruel? Why is bad stuff happening in the world? Well, because the energy is trying to go back to where it came from. And you guys keep stealing energy. So shit keeps getting taken away from you guys because it never belonged to you in the first place. From countries to planets to asteroids to stars to lifetimes to money, clothes, homes, it didn't belong to you. That's why it was taken from you. So, thousands of years of life, have you guys not figured this out yet? All God is asking you to do is be yourselves. What part of that is so fucking hard to comprehend? Why can't you peel the layers of that statement? Just be yourself. Peel the layers of that. How many different variations and explanations can you come up with that? Now, I can feel some of you, by the way, thinking that I'm completely insulting everybody. Technically, I am. Technically, God is. Because God is tired of God's shit. The human being should have more dignity within itself and more integrity as a fucking living conscious being and expression of source than to be copying people like me. You guys should be more valuing yourselves to express yourselves as your current selves and your future selves instead of emulating me or others like me or like themselves. There is no fucking point. And when I say others like me, I mean other genuine oracles, other genuine, authentic people, other genuine geniuses, other genuine fucking intelligent creators and engineers, other celebrities who have done miraculous things that nobody fucking knows about because they've been kept in the dark. Saints and healers and magicians that have healed the world and contributed to the well-being of billions that nobody knows about because you guys are busy talking about people wanting to fly to Mars. And you don't notice that your entire civilization is based on copy, paste, formatted information that's been scraped clean of any fucking wisdom in it and given to you as homogenized milk from a cow's tick that's been sitting there in a fucking cage with machines attached to its udders milking it endlessly. And you're like, this is fine. The fuck it is. Wake the fuck up, people. Oh my God. Like, do you guys not feel this way? I mean, I'm genuinely a little confused now. Am I the only one on fucking planet Earth with the balls to call this out? Are you guys all cowards? I mean, is that what this is? Is that why I'm here? Because I just don't take shit from anybody and I have absolutely no fucking, like, okay, whatever. Like, what do you want me to do about it? Like, get upset? I'm not even upset making this video. The energy flowing through me through this entire video has been one of complete astonishment of how dumb can the human race be still. I'm like genuinely dumbfounded and confused and surprised and a little thirsty for coffee. But really, I'm anything but angry or upset. If anything, it's just a complete sense of surprised disappointment. 2022, and I'm still having to do this more than thousands, like multiple thousands of years later, repeated attempts, still to teach people, can you notice energy? God have mercy.